Good evening. A teenager with a bright future, a rising star in rap music and a much-loved son. Joshua Ribera was also a victim of knife crime, killed after 30 seconds of mindless violence. His murderer has been jailed for 18 years today. The judge said he dealt with too many similar cases and knives were cripplingly dangerous for young people to carry. Here's our special correspondent, Peter Wilson.
Tensions spilled over into arrests at this murder trial. The victim, Joshua Ribera, was a rising music star. His fans angered and distraught at his violent death. Today there was uproar in the public gallery as the guilty verdict was read out. Joshua Ribera's mother is still in a state of shock at the death of her only son. What's the message that you want to send out tonight?
Don't go around hurting people for no reason and not expect consequences. And today, Josh isn't here, so no justice has been served, but the right verdict the jury came back with, and he's now in the right place for somebody that is capable of killing someone else. So I'm happy about that.
This is the killer, 18-year-old Armani Mitchell, jailed today for 18 years. Both he and Joshua Ribera had attended a party last September at TC's nightclub. This was the moment caught on CCTV that Mitchell saw Joshua Ribera with his ex-girlfriend. A fight later broke out and Mitchell left to get a knife. The attack actually took place outside here. Armani Mitchell, wielding the knife, used a punch-like movement to drive it deep into Joshua Ribera's heart. He was rushed to hospital and more than 20 medical staff fought to try and save his life.
All that said to me was, this is huge and this is a big problem. They said he'd had a huge amount of units of blood, which again just reconfirmed my fear. I was throwing up, I was being sick, in shock, and I fainted a couple of times. And then the nurse said to me, he's gone into cardiac arrest on the bed. He's not in surgery and we need to perform open heart surgery on the bed. And then I felt something, can't explain it, and I knew he died.
Tragically, the party had been in memory of Joshua Ribera's teenage friend, Kyle Sheehan, who was stabbed to death the year before. Today, Alison Cope was angry at the lack of what she sees as real action by the police and crime commissioner to tackle knife crime.
An absolute waste of time. I asked to be involved, I asked to support it, I asked to help them. They chose to run with what they thought looked good for them, and I've been left just thinking, what a waste of time, what a waste of money.
The police say they are doing a lot behind the scenes to tackle knife crime, but in the last month, 2 young men have been sentenced for fatally stabbing teenagers.
2 young men serving life sentences and 2 young men who are dead as a result of knife crime. It's a needless loss of life. The message must be to young people, don't carry knives.
Now my name's out there, fam. My only plan is to stack them grands. Large up the man that was still on the block with me when I never had 10 fans.
Joshua Ribera's future promised fame, fortune and fans. He raps about finding a better path away from mean streets and hopeless dead-end attitudes. But the teenage fashion for carrying and using knives ended another bright young life. Peter Wilson for BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.
You're watching Midlands Today. Coming up later in the programme.